So I'm going to start a new series on my channel, which is uploaded every Monday, and it's called Musky Lure Monday, and I'm going to review and talk about how to fish a musky lure. This week's lure is a Phantom Softtail. This one is in walleye colored. I have another one in orange and black colored, and I've caught a musky and a couple northerns on it, and I've had a lot of follows on it. It's pretty good bait. It's called glide bait. The disadvantages to it is the soft plastic tail wears off and it kind of changes the action, and when you try to replace the tail on them, they don't always have the same action, but you can buy replacement tails, but they're like $8 a piece or something. I'll have to look that up to be exact. And this bait costs like $20, $24. They make ones that are bigger, like a 8 and like a 10 or 12 inch one too. This is a 6-inch one. This one I would like throwing in clearer water where there's walleye. Like the black and orange is good for stained water or green water, or like just the white, black, and silver ones are a good color too. And this, you just dart your rod tip to get it to glide back and forth. I'm going to show you. Hopefully the creek isn't too bad. This is a creek, so it has flowing water, so it's not the perfect for this situation. So here's what you basically do. You just sit there and just give your rod tip a nice little jerk. And then it darts out to the side. And ideally, if you're in a lake, you can leave it sit for longer and glide farther off to the side. And this darts wider with the wire leader compared to a monofilament leader that I'm using, which is forgiving. I actually make these leaders, but this leader has stretching and it doesn't dart quite as good on them. But these are just the leaders I usually use. I use wire leaders too. The only downside to wire leaders is they bend. They're better for fishing jerk and glide baits though. And then it darts back and forth. And it does a wider action if you have on a mono leader or have it on a wire leader, I mean. It'll dart wider. And if you leave it sit longer when you cast it in. So like, this is a creek, but if you just give it a sharp jerk and leave it sit longer, it'll dart wider. Or it should, although this is in a creek with some current. It's not doing exactly it. But usually you just want to slowly bring this in and leave it sit for a second between jerks and dart back and forth, and the tail spins on it. I like this bait. It definitely works, and I have confidence in it, and I throw it a decent amount. I haven't caught any on this bait yet. You can tell by it's not being beat up. And it's relatively easy to fish for a jerk bait. You can just lightly pause it and it goes back and forth. It definitely catches fish too. I'll give this bait a 4 out of 5. And I have 80-pound line on this rod, and this is an extra heavy rod for fishing plastics actually. This works best on like a 6'3" or 7-foot extra heavy, like jerkbait style musky rod to fish. Actually, if you're in the boat, this longer rod is about right action, because you want a rod with a really stiff tip like this that doesn't bend when you're pulling it in like that. So then you can just dart back and forth. Now it's darting good. Huh. Interesting. So that is it for this Musky Lure Monday review. If you want me to review a specific musky lure, comment down below what lure you want me to review, and I'll review it in the next week. Or also just choose a random lure to review and show you how to fish. If you have any questions about fishing the Phantom Softtail, comment.